Hey fam, it's your girl Aimee J, your personal hype man and friend here today on this Sunday, February 16th, 2020, checking in to see how are you doing. How are you living life, guys? It is Sunday, which means it's time for rest, relaxation, and reflection. Important, that third one, so important. I want you to rest so that you can recharge and be ready to conquer this next week. I want you to relax, because that's how you kind of rest. It helps. But I also want you to reflect on what the past week has been. It's even better if you do it at the end of the day and check on your day and reflect on the day. But at a minimum, please reflect on the week. What were your wins? What were your losses? What can you do better? How can you continue the things that were wins? Doing that strengthens you and enforces you and betters you for the upcoming week. So that's what I want you guys to do today. Remember, on a Sunday, rest, relax, reflect. Do it, okay? Today's an interesting topic. It kind of goes back to something an epiphany I had during law school. It was a concept I learned about that really hit me and just kind of made me see how interacting with people differently. And so it's called the Eggshell Skull Rule. And I'm going to describe it as Wiki describes it. And so Wiki says, it's the unexpected frailty of the injured person is not a valid defense to the seriousness of any injury caused to them. So if you hurt someone and you just tap them and they fall down and suddenly they've broken their arm and it's bleeding a lot. Well, because they're so fragile, that's why it happened. But you didn't know that. It was a light tap, right? So the extreme nature of the injury is unexpected to you. But they are different. Their skin was so fragile like an eggshell, which is why I said it. But the concept is you not knowing that they were that fragile by how you lightly tapped them and it shouldn't have resulted in all this isn't a valid defense. That doesn't mean, hey, I didn't know that you would be hurt that badly. That's not a defense. And I don't say that to talk about physically harming people, although keep that in mind. But it reminded me on how when we interact with one another, we can't control what other people are feeling or how they're feeling. Just as much as all of us have commonalities, we are all different at the same time. So things that I find funny, some people may also find funny, but there are also people out there who don't find it funny. I can't say to them, hey, you should have found that funny. That's not how it works. That's not how things are. That's why it's important to be kind and considerate in your interactions with all people, regardless of who they are. Known people, unknown people, regardless of gender, age, sex, religion, whatever. It's important to be kind and considerate because you don't know how people will react. And so the fact that you didn't intend to hurt someone doesn't negate the fact that you probably may have hurt someone's feelings. Louis C.K. actually said it the best in that I've ever heard it, and is a true statement, and one I want to leave you with in reflecting. What he said was, when a person tells you that you hurt them, you don't get to decide that you didn't. Right? Did you get that? Their feelings are valid. Their feelings are meaningful. Just because you didn't intend to do that doesn't negate the fact that it happened. Okay, so I want you guys to reflect on that. Be mindful of other people's feelings. That's why it's so important that we are kind and considerate, because we have to take people as we find them. How they react is a risk. It's part of interacting with one another. But if you try and do something and you're like joking, and sometimes there's a chance somebody might be offended by it. Don't be surprised if someone's offended by it. You don't get to say, well, you shouldn't have been offended by it. That's not how it works, right? So you can be kind. So be kind, all right? Because you're awesome. You are loved. You are needed. And most importantly, guys, you are enough. as you are, just the way you are. So remember, till next time, which is tomorrow when we check back in, don't stop. Keep chasing.